friends of the automobile and fellow car enthusiasts. Today we have a very, very special vehicle inside our store because this time we have a original, one of the last, not the last bunch, but one of the last W63463 G-Classes 350 diesel engine professional line. So that means the car is a real original G350D professional. For all the off-road heads out there who probably know already, and I don't have to pretty much explain what type of car this is basically the most raw G-Wagon you could have bought from 2016 to until 2019. The car itself is capable of even let the hood go underwater and still be able to breathe without taking any water damage. It's also, of course, the 3 differentials the car has are also on board, but in a way less street-worthy kind. They're really just there for the off-road adventure, and you feel it when you drive this car. Also, of course, the big tires to be really able to go the distance if you want to go off-roading. This particular 350D also has a bunch of mods on it, which I'm going to showcase in a bit. It has a roof tint and a sunshade from or a sunblind 270 degrees around the car. It also has a lot of storage space, so you can, choose to stay multiple days into the car if you're really on a long adventure. So the car is also just the normal 040 black in its original paint. The car is from 2018 in this case, and it has exactly 37,000 kilometers on the dash almost, which isn't very much, but considering you don't drive a car like this every day, it's still a bit nonetheless. In case you never saw G350D Professional out of the year 2017-18, they all have mesh seats, so they don't have no leather or anything. This is just because, it can get very, very dirty up in here. So, they thought a better choice for the seats are mesh seats. In my opinion, leather would have also worked perfectly fine because these cars have a very, very juicy price tag. In my opinion, you should have also be able to at least order leather. That wasn't possible as far as I know. So you had to go with the mesh, which I think is very sad because I think leather is also even better cleanable than the mesh inside here, and also therefore not as bad for off-road usage as Mercedes might think. But that's the only negative point I really have to offer about the car, the seats, because they aren't really comfortable. I know they aren't supposed to be comfortable in an off-road car, but at least they should be able to have leather seats so you can have the comfort if you want to, because if you go 2,000 kilometers in this truck, it can get very irritating for your back. So the next thing that is very professional-like are the manual window holders and uplifters. They have made it manual just in case, you want to go into the lake so deep down that it would hurt the electronics inside of the car. So they choose to put manual car uplifters and down lifters in it, so you don't get them broken once you really go off-roading and they get in contact with water. That's why they are in the car. Then you can also really see here, very nice on the 350 Professional, you can see the body of the car, and it's black paint. This is all already the body of the car, so there's no fancy hiding it, so it's just the raw body. That's it. So they didn't do any fencing, fancy coverings like they did in the normal G-Class, for example, just because it doesn't really have any need into the car to do that, because it's a professional. It's supposed to be the best car off-road. That's what it is, in period. And the best car off-road has, a painted body panel underneath the seat of the driver. Then it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, that's probably how Mercedes went about these things. The interior then has, like I said, a CW communication system. I really don't know how to call that in English, to be honest. In German, we call it CW-Funk. Yeah, it also works perfectly. So if you're somewhere in the depths of the East European side or Russia or anything where you might go with a car like that, you can contact people even though you don't have no service on your phone, which is very convenient if you really should get into trouble, because even though this car can do a lot, it can't do anything, everything. Up here we have a sunroof, but the metal sunroof, so you can't see through it, but you can open it up and hear the whispers of the wind. But there's one problem. Let me start up this bad boy for a second. I put the keys into here. It has also just 44 kilometers range, which I'm also going to get through in a minute. The liter per fuel mileage is very, very, very bad on this car, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. So this is the sunroof. The sunroof, I really just wanted to showcase that it doesn't make that much sense, because as you thought, you also have the bed upon the car. So yeah, you can, roll the window down, or you open the sunroof. It's pretty much the same. Yeah. But at the end, you're not gonna see anything because you have your bed still on your roof. And that's not gonna work with the bed. Sorry about that. I accidentally shut off the video, but we're back at it. So let me close this for a second. And now we're gonna get to the fuel mileage, how that goes in this car. I'm trying to find it, but you already can see 14, yeah, exactly, 17 liters per 100 kilometers. This is what we needed for a 500 kilometer drive in this car. So we got the car from our customer who sold it to us, and we drove it around 500 kilometers to our place and to our dealership. And we really needed 17 liters on 100 kilometers. I don't know how much that is in US terms. I don't really care either, to be honest. But you can see we had a average speed of 75 kilometers an hour. And we needed, for 75 kilometers an hour, we needed 17 liters. Which is so bad considering you're driving a 6-cylinder diesel car and not, I don't know, some 6-cylinder bi-turbo BMW or twin-turbo BMW like that. So yeah, that's pretty bad on the car. But hey, if you want to drive this and want to have fun with this, you're probably going to pay the price, and you don't really care about how much it takes on 100 kilometers. Exactly. Let me open up the hood. So this is the 6-cylinder diesel. This car is driven off. For anybody who knows this car, it's a bulletproof engine basically. Every taxi, every long distance Mercedes actually has the 6-cylinder in some kind of form in it. And yeah, it's basically a bulletproof engine. That's why they of course put it in here. It's not the fastest, but it has a lot of torque and it's reliable. So it's basically everything you want from a diesel engine. Of course, the bay also is cleaned, you know, to make it look nice. I'm trying to close the hood, but that's not that easy if you're not that tall, because this car really is huge. This car is so humongous. It looks so small inside of the video, but let me compare it to the SL, just to give you guys just a little measurement how tall this car is. If you can look at it, look how small an SL in comparison looks to this monster of a vehicle. It's crazy. Or the Golf, look at it. It's such a monster truck, it's crazy. Exactly. Now I wanted to talk a bit about the mods. The mods are, yeah, not that unique, but they're still great. So we have a suspension from Bilstein, lifting the truck up 30 centimeters, which is quite high. We have the original Mercedes rims with the Goodyear tires, I suppose. No, not the Goodyears. These are the Cooper Discovers. Okay. Usually they have the Goodyears on it. These are different ones, but I think they're still completely okay. Next thing about the mods, and I have to hurry up with the review because it's starting to stink in here because of the diesel, the diesel fumes. Back here we have a little storage room. You can see that here. A couple of stuff you can store inside of the vehicle, which is very great. Beneath that is the battery. Try to open up for a second, but that's something I didn't discover how it works until now, but I still will. You can mark my words. The best actually are these little G-rate parts. This little leather back here, where you can, you know, climb up to your roof tent and to your sun blind. And these little, or I didn't show them already, these little G-rate beverage holders. They're very great and very useful. So these little G-rate mods are also very, very convenient. So the sun tent and the sun tent rack are also both from Rhinopack. Yeah, they do a bunch of cool stuff. Now I'm gonna get up here. At least show you. Yeah, because it's very easy to open it up. I, of course, opened up the locks of the roof tent before I did the video, or before I started the video. But just to show you, it's not that small inside here actually. You have quite a lot of space. I believe it's 140 centimeters, so 140 centimeters wide and 180 centimeters long. So it's not quite enough for very grown-up people, but I mean, it's camping, it's used for outdoor fun, and that's something you should always consider when buying a car like this, that's not gonna get luxurious. So let me get down here. That's how it looks up with the tent on top. I think it looks pretty crazy. It's such a huge car, like I already said. So pretty much there isn't that much to show about the G-Wagon anymore, because everything else is just very interesting when you're outside in the off-road, and just showing it and talking about it, yeah, doesn't make that much sense. So for a complete review on the car, let me know if you want to see it, because I also would really like to do one, but I have to convince my boss first. So if you guys want to see a review of a G350D Professional W463 model, let me know. And for the simple facts, like I told you, or for a little resume, the car is from 2018. It has 37,000 kilometers on the dash. It's also, just a very, very pretty G-Wagon. The asking price are 105,900. So anybody who is interested, just email us, contact us somehow. Ask us any questions you have. And thank you much for watching this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.